ओवरवेलम क्यों होंदा यार कर दांगे ठीक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब Have you been overwhelmed at work and been blamed for it? Well, you're not the only one. I've been there. And you know what? It's not your fault. So today, let's talk about it. So let me welcome you to my channel where we give people like you the tools, tips and tricks to design the life you want. A few days ago, I contributed to an article on LinkedIn. What do you do if your project team is overwhelmed and you want to achieve work-life balance? You'll get to know more about it, but I thought why not take it up and really deep dive and discuss about it. Today we are diving into a crucial aspect of your work life. Why you may not be performing and it may not be you. So we'll not just touch the surface, we'll actually deep dive into the roots of it. But first, let me give you my introduction. My name is Manan and I'm a behavioral designer. What we do is understand how design influences human behavior. For example, take any social media apps. They make you stay longer. The more you scroll, the more you stay longer. And they have been intentionally designed to do so. Now, we're not making the video to make you do the same. However, we will be using such principles to help you understand how you can design the life you want. So, full disclosure, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist who would tell you how emotions work. I'm a designer who will take you from what the problem looks like right now, which we will call situation going ahead, to what the actual problem is. Today, as some organizations have unrealistic deadlines, and it is no secret that a lot of employees feel overwhelmed and burnt out. Anxiety around work, career plans, and promotions, they also are another reason why employees may feel overwhelmed. Let's look at the situation. Imagine you're traveling for work and you're in the hotel room up early, finishing up a particular report, and you get a notification from your boss for another project saying, "Why didn't you set up the meeting that was supposed to do today?" Sorry for my neighbor's AC. Suddenly, you realize that you missed a very important meeting setup that you were responsible to do only because you had so much of work. Everything starts kicking in. The appraisals, the nervousness, you're missing a golden opportunity with a dream client, and you're giving your 120%, but there is something missing. This is the feeling of overwhelm. Most of us feel this. We are so bogged down by the daily work that we do. You're giving your quality and you're also giving the quantity of work. Now, most of us will beat ourselves. Some may beat themselves to death, but when you do it for the first time, you're like, okay, things will get better. But when you continuously end up doing this, you start feeling that you're underperforming. You start feeling that you are not actually delivering on time, right? Especially when your team and your manager tells you that, this is not working out. This is a problem. The method that we'll use is problem structuring. As designers, as problem solvers, we end up taking up a problem and directly diving into solving it, right? A lot of times we end up realizing that we are actually solving the wrong problem. We are actually going down the wrong path. That is exactly when a method like problem structuring helps, because it helps you understand the problem from a holistic perspective and then zoom into a specific aspect that may be the right thing to solve. While this may appear as a problem, it is important to pinpoint exactly where the problem is. Now let's look at the company as a whole network of people, right? The people in your team would be you, your manager, your colleagues, your leadership team, and the clients. You are only a small part of the organization. There are so many other stakeholders at play which may be contributing to you not performing. Let's look at them. So, maybe your client has unrealistic demands. Maybe the company you're working with is trying to establish themselves in the larger market And for the same reason, your leadership team might be expecting you to over deliver and overperform so that they can have a better market cap. It could also be that your manager is not able to balance the workload among all the reportees and you are getting most of the share of the work. It could also be that a reason of that would be that you are performing very well compared to others. It could also be that there is a lot of miscommunication within the organization. The tasks are not well defined. There are no project management softwares or a proper system to actually see how much everyone is working and how can we balance the workload. And of course, there is a skill gap in you to manage your workload, but that is only one fraction of the problem. Now that you know there are so many stakeholders, it opens up the possibilities of where the problem may have arisen from. You are just a small part of it. Remember that. So this method helped me actually expand the possibilities. Because when you're in the moment, you always think that the problem is happening with you. But there are so many other factors at play that we miss out on, and that is why we want to give you this tool so that you can actually use it when you are in a similar situation. As the saying goes, a problem well defined is a problem half solved. So if you define the problem well, you zoom into the right aspects, you zoom out a bit, and you thoroughly understand where the problem may be arising from, you may be solving in the right direction. In conclusion, when you're overwhelmed at work, it may not just be you. It may be clients' demands, it may be the leadership at play, it may be your manager, it may be your colleagues, it may be n number of reasons which you may not be looking at. But this way, by using problem structuring or problem definition, you can actually understand where the problem is arising from. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with people whom you think would benefit from it. And also make someone send it to your boss. Please khud mat bhejna. Follow us as we bring you more tools, tips and tricks to design the life you want. And remember, next time when you feel overwhelmed, think systemically. Take care, signing off. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Like?
ओ बल्ले बल्ले रेल थले ओवरवेलम क्यों होंदा यार कर दांगे ठीक
Perfect.
Okay, I hope we have our first video after this.